Hey guys, Joe Short Reviews here, and today we're going to take a look at the Transformers Legacy Leader Class Laser Optimus Prime. So, here he is in his truck mode, as you can see. Well, basically, as I said, this is the Laser Optimus Prime from G2, or Generation 2, for those who don't know what that means. I mean, if you already know what G1 means, obviously Generation 1, then you should probably know what G2 means, so... but yeah, anyways, so this is the, anyways, as I was saying before, this is the laser version of Optimus Prime, so not the typical flat nose cab and stuff like that. No, he's got a long nose cab, and as you can see here, just like the original Generation 2 toy from the 90s, so that means that the Michael Bay Optimus Prime was indeed not the first long nose semi for Optimus. No, this was the first long nose, or yeah, I think so. Like at least one of the first. I mean, or maybe the first. I don't know. But yeah. Anyways, still pretty nice. So yeah. And of course, over the years, we've gotten like many different versions of this guy. But now flash forward to 2022, and now we got a really nicely done and updated version of the original toy, which I don't have, but looks pretty cool. But yeah, so anyways, let's take a look at the truck here, because oh man, there's so much here to look at. So start off here with the cab, I guess. Let's put the trailer in the background. So yep, let's keep on tabbing, there we go. So, as you can see here, got the cab, and looks very nice. Of course, got some black paint here on the hood to kind of give off that flame look. So it's not red paint here, no. It's black paint here, because I mean, you can also see small scuffing on there. Yeah. And of course, you have the silver Autobot logo. It's on the other side. Unfortunately, it is not the G2 Autobot logo. No, it's just the plain old classic Autobot logo that we've seen in most Transformers media. So, for those that want kind of that pure G2 kind of thing going on, unfortunately you won't get that. Nor like the stickers on the trailer, those giant colorful ones. So, yeah. But oh well, hey. Of course, it's got some nice dark blue clear plastic for the windshield, as well as the side windows. Unfortunately, you can still kind of see like where the head is and stuff like that. But yeah, overall, pretty nice detail. Not a lot of paint, fortunately, back here. Like I said before, they got some hollow detail back here. Overall, pretty nice. Can't really complain. It looks pretty good. I mean, could use a bit more paint, but I don't know. Anyways, let's take a look at the trailer now. And it also looks pretty nice. I do like there's this nice red paint for the piping details. Not really paint up here. Okay, maybe that's like the only paint. There's some nice paint here though for the hubcaps and wheels, stuff like that. And by the way, this is his kickstand. It looks a little bit different than what we've gotten before, but that's how you get out. And there you go. And of course, got the back here. It's nice, actually, really nice detail here on the bottom. And then you even got some nice sculpting detail in there. Like, they did not have to put all that nice, like, detail, as you can see inside, like, in between the wheels, you can see. It's actually impressive detail. Like, Hasbro did not need to go the extra mile out of this detail, but they did, and man, does it look good. But, yeah, so that's pretty much it for that. So yeah, this guy, as you can see here, and he does a trailer, it becomes like a playset thing, similar to the original toy. So kind of gonna speed through things just a little bit. I guess we'll take a look at weapon storage for the outside of the truck, and then we take a look at the inside of the truck not the truck, the trailer. It turns like inside the trailer towards the end of the review. I'll show off kind of the storage for this, but let's start off with the accessories. So he does come with this weird oval axe thing. It's like an air. These are both of his like main weapons are like just Energon weapons, and of course he's got his signature translucent sword. So Anyways, yeah, you can store. Actually, can't really store it that much around here. Yeah, you can't store. You know what? Never mind. Yeah, you can't really store on this thing because just but yeah. But hey, at least you got a nice little sneak peek of the weapons. I mean, I pretty much show them off, but yeah, not too much else to show off. See, overall pretty nice. And I do also kind of notice he has a bit of that Power of the Primes Optimus syndrome, where he's got the forearms sticking out, but at least it's just the forearms, and it's kind of it's more blocky instead of that Power of the Primes, where it's all just a full up arm. So hey, at least there's that. But yeah, I still do like that Power of the Primes figure. Just saying one of my complaints from that one, that at least this figure does nicer. But yeah. So anyways, now for the comparisons, I may have to really back up my camera here because he is long. Anyway, so now for the comparisons, here is with Skids, this a Legacy Deluxe. Here is with Bulkhead, just for a Legacy Voyager comparison. And finally, here is with the Earthrise Optimus Prime, which in the robot mode we will see some similarities in parts. So that's just a little heads up. So that's pretty much it for the comparison. So anyways, let's get right down to transformation. Starting off, just want to remove that trailer right there, and we'll take a look at it again later on, like I said. So anyways, now let's get down to the actual transformations. So starting off, I just want to simply just raise up. Actually, no, first you just want to raise up these forearm sections here. And then next, you just want to split open the front of the cab. And then after that, you just want to tuck in these little canister things. And then flip down the knee pads. Then flip out the toes and the heel spurs. Separate the legs then. And then after that, you just want to raise up these panels right here on either side. Then you want to raise up this top of the cab. And then after that, you just kind of lower down the legs here, and then kind of move this all up, like so. And also you want to, also kind of want to move out the front of the cab like that. And after that, you just want to rotate around the front of the chest, and then next flip out the abdomen section, like so. And then just kind of want to flip up just a bit the side panels. Then after that, you just want to flip out the arms. Then you can fully clip this in here, like so. Or wait, there we go. And you just want to do the same here. And oops, you're not supposed to do that yet. You gotta wait till this folds out there. There we go. And then next, just clip that in, like so. Oops, sorry if you guys didn't see that. It's hard to get this on camera here. Okay, so the next, just want to rotate around the biceps, and then do the same thing here. Then close in that chest panel. I'll tab in. Then rotate around the waist there, and then next flip out the hands, like so, and just clip that back in the forearm panel. You just want to do the same thing right here, and I'll just close that up. Then next, just want to flip out the head section, and I'll lower in, clip in. After that, I just want to lower down the shoulder panels or shoulder pads or something like that, like so. Then just lower that down, and then next, so I'll flip out that little red section there, like so. And then I'll just kind of squeeze in, and once you got that, there you guys have Optimus Prime in his robot mode. And yeah, he looks really cool actually, because even though he's got a couple of flaws, I don't think he actually looks that bad. So yeah, I mean, he didn't even look that bad in the initial pictures, but anyways, take a look at the head sculpt, all the detail there. Looks pretty nice. Looks a lot like the original toy, so I do like that. Unfortunately, my only complaint is his eyes look a little dead, as you can see, and he doesn't, as you can see right here, he doesn't have any light piping whatsoever. So yeah. But anyways, of course, got some nice detail here for the chest and stuff like that. Unfortunately, not a lot of pain in the arms, or especially the legs too. Yeah, it would have been nice if they had a bit more on the back. It's still a little bit sadder now because it's hollow and, of course, not much paint. And yeah, overall, it does look still pretty neat. So hey, it's one of those things where it's like, hey, you can customize it a bit, but would have been nice if Hasbro had a bit more leg detail. Yes, yeah, because I mean, it's gray, light gray, and then light black. It's yeah, I don't know, I don't know, but it still nonetheless looks pretty cool. Just it feels, especially the chest too. It feels like it's missing a lot. It's just got that blue for the faux grill, but it's yeah. I don't know. I actually don't know, but yeah. Anyways, so now for articulation. His head is on ball joint. Unfortunately, for some reason, mine likes to pop off when I move it sometimes. So I just have to hold it down a bit when I move it, but I can look side to side. Comment down below if you guys have that QC problem. Hopefully just my copy. His head can look up about that far and then not really down that much. Just about that. That's as far as it goes. And then the arms can move out that far, and I can, if you move this up, it can go forward that far and back that far, especially if you can move this little panel here. Or not panel, a piece here. He does have bicep rotation, and then his elbows do bend, and his hands are on ball joints, but because it's all closed in, you can only just swivel it. His waist does swivel, his legs can kick up this far, back that far, then out that far. Then it does have thigh rotation. His knees do bend that far, and then his ankles do pivot about that much, and then his toes do pivot or go up and down. Same with his heel spurs. And that pretty much wraps up for articulation. Pretty good, actually. Like, again, it's better than I initially thought, especially with these things up here. I'm like, oh no, it's going to hinder his articulation. No, I just realized that's how he's transformed. Unfortunately, he's kind of got skinny muscles there, but hey, yeah. Kind of looks a lot like, at first when I opened him, I'm like, he looks weird, like, because he's got these things, he's got those skinny arms, and like, the more I look at him, he's growing on me, I will say, but it's still kind of odd, but but hey, again, it's growing on me a bit, so yeah, so pretty good for articulation. Now, of course, for accessories / features, because yes, this guy does have features outside of the trailer, of course. There's the obvious one. He does have the Matrix, which I'm pretty sure the original toy didn't even have. Like, this is just like a RAM thing they added, so that's pretty nice. And it is removable, but it's quite hard to get out. But it's a lot flatter than the original Earthrise one. But I will compare that once I have that one out for the robot mode comparisons. But yeah, and then of course, he does have this, returning from the old toy. He does have his missile launchers right here. Now, unfortunately, just translucent blue plastic, just molded in. But it still looks cool, nonetheless, even though it's just there. Just the fact that they even put it in just makes me happy, because, like, the Titans Return one, which I do have the original version of them, like, I don't have the one that actually has the accurate paint, but I do have, like, the one with the, just the G1 colors. That one just had, like, these, like, little things here, like, little flare things, but they didn't have, like, but they didn't have this, so props to Hasbro for, adding that and, making it for that mold not having that. So yeah, that's pretty much it for, like, the features, at least on the main robot. But in terms of accessories, like I showed before, of course, he's got the sword right here, and as you can see, looks pretty nice. Now, you can fit in his hand, but you can only put in, like, at least when you're putting it in his hand, it has to be like this, because there's that tab there, so you have to put in like that, so it doesn't interfere with the rest of the hand. But after that, you can just rotate it around, because there's that ugly hole in there. And then, of course, it also comes with that oval axe thing. Again, don't know what's going on with that, but I can also fit in his hand. It's pretty tight when I'm moving in there. But once you got that, there you got his accessories, and again, those look so cool. But yeah, like, and he doesn't come, unfortunately, with any like main blasters like he did with the Times Return one, or I think the original toy as well. But hey, so cool. I think he does kind of come with some on his trailer, but it's not an actual fun blaster. Just some little things they can use to go pew pew bang bang. But yeah, nothing he actually, I guess, hold. But so very nice for what he's got. And of course, again, he's got that sword. So as long as he's got the sword, he's cool in my opinion. So anyways, now for the comparisons. Here he is with Skids. I think you can see him, those two together there. Just need a looks kind of comparison. So, here he is with Bulkhead. Jeez. Let's straighten him up. There we go. So there's that. Here he is with his, I guess now wave-made Galvatron, because, you know, they repacked the Kingdom one into Legacy, but thankfully they did fix his shoulders, and I believe the layer copies of Kingdom Galvatron did have his shoulders fixed, but of course, since I got an earlier one, I had to make it like that, because, you know, makes his shoulders more correct, except it's not in the right direction, because the pins are that way, and they shouldn't be, but hey, and the core, but the Legacy one, though, the repack, does have the, or doesn't have the battle scratches on the chest and the forearms, and also the legs, too. They just removed that one from that, but yeah, they repacked him, and of course, they sold him in, like, sets with this guy, so, hey, why not compare those two? Let's see. Yes, why not? And finally, here he is with Earthrise Optimus Prime. As you can see those two together, and also there's gotta take a look at some of the similarities and differences. So starting off here, let's focus on that. So you can see the legs are, or at least the, like, thighs here and a bit of the hips are like the same. Just this one has darker plastic, and then the feet are the same. The wheels are different. Then these little casterlings are the same, minus the paint. I'm just gonna ignore, like, the colorization, but I'm just talking about the molds for the that. But yeah, as you can see, the heels are the same. And I think that's about it. Yeah, so most of this is like a pretty much entire redo. It's just they borrowed some of the parts from Earthrise Prime, but the rest is a whole new mold. So hey, it's good as long as they don't borrow too much. But yeah, so there is with the other figures there. But of course, as promised, we are not done, because we have the trailer. Yeah, so as you can see here, this is the trailer that comes with Optimus Prime. We already took a nice detailed look at it, but now we're gonna open up and see what it has to offer. So, in order to do that, this is why I open this up, and then stuff this all open, and just fold this all out, lower that down, and then next we'll just want to fold that all in, and I think you just do that. I'm not too sure what to do with this. I just kind of have it doing that. Yeah. So I'll just lower it down for now. And then, oh yeah, I got that. There we go. So after that, there you have Optimus Prime's base building. You can fold out, and there that is. But yeah, it looks Very, very nice. It's just kind of that. I can't really say it's impressive, but it's still pretty cool. It's not as cool as Rodimus Prime's uh, trailer thing. Which, by the way, I do have that figure. I've had him for about 6 months now, so gotta get to reviewing him. Yeah. So, anyways, but still, it's pretty cool. I mean, it's basically how it was in the original figure, but as you can see here, he's got that turret that can turn around a bit. And he's got like this claw that folds out from the same piece where the kickstand is. So you can kind of do similar to the Earthrise Prime, just fix him up and stuff like that. And then, as you can see here, we got some storage ports for some weapons. As you can see, there's familiar kind of clips in there. So what we can do is we can take the weapons, just taking the weapons off of Prime here. Come on, the axe won't get out. Come on, get out. So tight. Jeez. Alright, there we go. So, got the weapons here, and you can store them in these areas. So, for the sword, to store that, as you can see, there's little posts on these sides, and of course, there's tabs right on the sword, and that's where you can insert. You can also insert here. And then for the axe, we'll simply just want to flip up the hilt section. As you can see, remember these two things, and then remember these two tabs. Well, that's right where you want to store it, just right in here. So, pretty cool. Yeah, you can just have him hold, or you can have him, wait, what? You can have it store Prime's weapons. You can also store, like, other kind of weapons, too, because there's, like, other ports, so there's any weapons that you'd always wish to store. Prime... Or not Prime, Prime's trailer can store it. And of course, we got Prime right here. You can stand right back here and just kind of man his own turret right here. Though there's like these like little tabs here. I'm not sure, or these little posts. I'm not sure I can like hold it because it's for him. It's like being a dinosaur. Has to lower down, but you can have him stand right in front of it. Just kind of have him pretend to hold it in. Also, this turret is removable, so hey, there's that. Yeah, that's pretty much it for that. So that's what it kind of looks like once I got that all displayed out. So pretty nice. So there you guys have my review for the Transformers Legacy Lear class Laser Optimus Prime. And I gotta say, this figure quite surprising. It's kind of what I expected. At the same time, it's better than I thought. And especially I thought they were gonna borrow a bit more of Earthrise Prime, than that. But it turns out, it's just kind of these sections and kind of the feet as well. But the rest of it is entirely new mold. So I'm like, wow, that kind of blew me away. And unfortunately, there are some kind of nitpicks I have. He doesn't really have much paint on the legs, and his eyes look a little dead, and kind of needs a little bit more paint towards the abdomen and waist. It's the lower half, up to here is good, but then after that, I don't know. It feels like he needs a little bit more paint to kind of break things up. But and maybe kind of bulk up his arms just a little bit more. I don't know, but they had to sacrifice some things, and maybe add a bit more cool features to his trailer, because it's cool, but it's feels like it needs a little bit more in there. But I don't know. That's my opinion. So overall, pretty solid figure. I'd say he's for me a maybe an 8 out of 10 or something like that. I don't usually rank, but this is there's so much going on. I kind of have to rank her maybe a 7.5 out of 10. Overall, the figure itself is nice, just needs more paint, and the trailer just needs a bit more features. This will be a bit more exciting, I don't know. So, yeah, but anyways, guys, make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, share for more, and comment down below what you guys think of this figure. So, anyways, guys, as always, till all are one.